Okay. All right. Let's see if this pops up correctly now. Let me refresh my computer. I don't know why my brain is in a funk. I haven't even had that much. Right here, my glass is still completely full. That would be the microphone. All right. Come on. All righty. Go on down. Go on down. All right. Come on. Please tell me. Yay! Okay, cool beaners. All right, enough of me looking on a laptop then. So, all right, guys. So, I'm going to show you guys how to make the ladybug wreath. Let's see. Yep, I know. Finally, all good, right? I'm trying to see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Oh, wow, we've got Myrtle Beach. You guys are warm down there, too, I bet. I enjoyed today's weather up until I just checked the weather forecast because I was going to take my kids out to the park tomorrow. And I saw that it said that tomorrow's going to be much cooler than today. I'm like, great. You know, let's go ahead and rain for a week straight. Let's go ahead and rain for a week straight and, like, you know, the mud gets dehydrated today. There we go. All right, fabulous. Now I can see everything. All right. Hello, Texas and Canada. All right, peeps. So I am going to show you guys how to make the ladybug wreath. It is not difficult at all. It's just kind of having to, like, finagle and play around with it for a little bit. Hi, Darlene from Wisconsin. Oh, I got to show you guys. One of my parents got me this. Look at that. Well, it's backwards, but because I am a teacher, I love it. One of the awesome gifts I've ever received. It's pretty cool. Hi, Barbara. And Kathy, I know you're sick. Rainy and 60s in Myrtle Beach. Ugh. I'm still betting on snow. I am banking on snow in Georgia, guys. I'm telling you, third week of February, we are going to get hit with a lot of snow before that. So, we'll see. I want to show you something, guys. First of all, this is the new flower board. This is what it looks like. I'm one of those, like, anal or retentive, like, or whatever that word is. Like, I'm very anal about what I do, and I want to make sure there's no show-through. So, since I'm making a ladybug, I spray painted the middle black, and then I spray painted the outer parts, like, whatever, like, banner red. And then I had to go back a little bit over black because apparently it's windy outside, and when it's windy, it blows everywhere, including at you. So I went ahead and did that. So let's take a look at it. The very first part that we're going to do here is we're going to do the black part. I can't even pronounce that. Warman, Saskatchewan, Canada. I can pronounce Oklahoma, though. So, here is the bow that we're going to use today. This is going to be the little ladybug head. So, I made it a little bigger. If you have a, the hand, what is it? Not GoPro, but Pro the hand. That's what I did, and I made this on, I believe it was D. I made it on D. The last one I did, I made it on C, and it was just a little too small for my liking. We also have these cute little Chanel antennas that we're going to use. I was looking for those little decorative picks that are like black, and then they have a swirly into them, and they're all like glittery and everything. But I went to Hobby Lobby, and I couldn't find it. I guess if I had come up with this idea back in October, I probably could find it, but I didn't, so oh well. So we've got that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. All right. Hot, yeah. Lori's my girl, Lori's my girl. I bug her all the time, though, too. All right, I just kind of use the holes however I want to. In this case, since we're going to do the black, we're just going to go across this way. And I've got my little black over here. I'm going to do a double ruffle. You could probably get away with a single ruffle, but again, You guys know how I am about show through, so it's like if there's any chance of any part showing through, I don't like even considering it. So I just cut these. This is regular 10-inch mesh, and I cut it down to 8 inches, just like 8 inches across. I know a lot of people do 9, or they'll even cut it at 10. I found that with the boards, 8 works just fine. So I just got my double ruffle over here. We're going to put them together. Hi, Tina. And we're going to stick them into here. And that's basically, I'm telling you, this is so easy and it's so fun. Wait till you see the next idea. And then, there you go. And we got it started already. Doesn't look like much right now, but believe it or not, nope, that's going to be where the head is. That's something else I've got to tell you guys. When you're doing the black, if you notice on one part, the holes will go all the way to the end. That's his butt. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's his butt. Then down here, where we really don't have any holes up here at the top where I'm using, that's going to be where I end up putting the ribbon head into. So, all right, let's get another one in here. So, I know Lori had her Coors Light. I've never been much of a beer drinker, even though I'm German. I'm like, I know that's sacrilege or blasphemy. Go to Helen, Georgia, which isn't even a German town, by the way. It's a Bavarian-based one, Austrian. But I go there and I don't have beer. I'm like, give me the wine. I want the wine list. Hi, Janet. We've got a bunch of people that are new. So, I'm curious, whose first time is it, like, if you've never used Unique in the Creek, the Unique in the Creek boards before, if this is your first time seeing it? I'm curious about that. Oh, Peachtree City, you're not that far from me. You're like about, what, an hour? I'm in Ackworth. I'm closer to the Paulding County line, though. Like, I could hop over my back neighbor's fence, which he would not like very much. Plus, I have a messed up leg, so that wouldn't work out too well. But still, I could hop over it, and I could easily get to Paulding County. You haven't used one yet. Deanna, we got to get you on board, girl. Well, hopefully, after seeing tonight, it'll make you into a believer. I know I'm working a little bit on the slower side, but usually when I'm not having to talk and do everything else, I can fly through these things fast. And look at that. Wait, hold up. I did it in the wrong hole. That's what I get for talking. That's okay. I promise I've only had like 2 glasses of wine. That's it. All right, let's try to get this set up again properly. All right. That's another thing. When the mesh gets so thick over here, sometimes it's a little hard to see. Just ordered 4, waiting to be delivered. Yay! Did you order the character boards or the flower boards? Or both? I'm curious on that. And even though these 2 holes right here are wider than the others, it works out just the same. Now this time, before I tighten it, I'm going to actually make sure that, there we go. I'll show you guys the back so far. All right. So that's how we're looking so far. So basically just going straight down the middle. And even though those are further apart, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to tell by the time it's done. I'm going to take pull these sleeves back. Let's see here. Krylon spray. Yes, I use, I actually think I've got it over there in the corner. I thought I have it. Let me see this. Yeah. I mean, this is a white one, but yeah, I use the Krylon spray. And yeah, I learned my lesson about spraying in the bedroom. I was trying to make an ugly sweater shirt for a contest in December, which I got 2nd place for, by the way. And I decided, oh, it won't be that bad putting spray paint in the room. Like, it won't be that bad spraying it. Yeah, right. Biggest mistake ever. Won't ever do that again. I had to sleep with the windows open and the fan on. I need info on ordering everything. Well, send me send me a private message. You got a question, I'll be happy to help you out. Or if you're in the Unique in the Creek Wreathers and Workshop group, then everybody there will help you out. Do I snip them? I snip them, like once I finish up this black row right here, then I'll just snip off all the backs. A lot of people will just do the whole entire board, but for me, I just get irritated by it. So, all right. Okie dokie. These ones are going to be quite a bit further apart. But again, it doesn't matter. You're good. Okay. Do the same thing in the basement. Not a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. My 3-year-old came in and was like, "It smells bad, Mommy." I'm like, "Yeah." And then he just kept trying to sniff everything, and I was like, that is not a good sign when your 3-year-old is sniffing everything. All right. There we go. I'm still trying to work with the plastic a little bit. There we go. See? Even though they're further apart right here in the middle, it still works out just fine. So, not a big deal. And by the time you get all of the mesh on here, you won't even notice it. So, all right, hopefully I counted properly earlier and cut enough of the mesh. So, where am I? Oh no, you're replying to Teresa. This is so cool. I love the way technology has changed. You're going to be doing a class at a campground on the ice cream cone, huh? Oh, the ice cream cone. Okay, yeah, the ice cream cone. I had to wrap my head around it because I took it literally for a second there. I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. That is pretty cool. How do you keep the mesh from fraying? It's going to fray a little bit, but honestly, you just got to stay away from Michael's mesh, and you got to stay away from Hobby Lobby mesh. The problem with Hobby Lobby is sometimes they have the good mesh depending on the country that it came from. But more often than not, you're going to get the cheaper, thinner mesh. And I can't work with it. I really can't. Other people will use a wood burner. Not me. I just don't. I don't see the need for it. But, you know, other people will. But I just get it from Craft Outlet pretty much most of the time. I like the points that I can redeem there. And I shop there a lot. So I learned my lesson from last year, too, when everybody was, like, grabbing everything and I couldn't get a hold of a single thing. So I've already started doing the same exact thing, grabbing a whole bunch of stuff, especially dealing with ladybugs and bees, popular themes for the summertime. Watermelon is another popular theme. That ribbon goes fast, and that red bandana ribbon goes fast, too. So if you're on the hunt for those and you've been like, oh, I'll just wait for a little bit, I strongly suggest you just go ahead and get those ribbons. Yeah, they're 10 by 8s. All right. You ever use the black zip ties? I haven't. I know they're out there. I know some people also spray paint the zip ties. I just go ahead and go with this. Like I said, I'm such a stickler for the amount of mesh that I use that I never have to worry about show through in the first place. I think I've got to cut a little bit more black. That is okay. Where is that hole? There it is. That's the bad thing about it being painted black, though. It makes it very difficult to see where the hole is. Yeah. I'm doubling up the ruffles on each one. You could easily get by with one set of ruffles, but I'm just doing 2. I need to make a little bit more. I need to cut like 4 more pieces to get to the end here. It's back to work for me, guys, in about 2 days. I'll be honest with you. I've gotten quite used to being, I guess, quotation marks, lazy. So it's been a nice 10 days off. Yeah, you can pretty much get any of them. Here to carry on the tree frame. That's what I did. If Jan, if you go back and take a look, and I know other people have done the carrots before on canvas, that they've created. But I did a ruffle carrot on the tree frame the other day using the ruffles. And it turned out really well, about just under 37 inches. So I'm going to cut this to 8 inches. 8 inches, that gives me my 2. Throw that to the side. Cut another 8 inches. And all this is leftover mesh from Halloween, by the way. Oh my goodness. 17. Wow, 6 larger, 5 smaller, and character. What kind of frame is that? Unique in the creek. I love it how Barbara's on top of that. She's got that down packed. All right. That's going to finish that. The red goes a little faster. It's one of more of those touch and feel type of situations where, you know, if you go across and you're doing the black and you're like, I just don't like it that thick, those ruffles are a little bit too much for me, you can always decrease to 1 ruffle instead of 2 like I'm doing. You know, and the same thing. Now the carrot wreath, that's what I wanted to get back. Size ruffles, I still did 8 inch. Anytime I'm doing ruffles on the Unique in the Creek boards, I do 8 inches always. So yeah. And I did double up, but one thing I noticed is the holes on the tree frame are so close together. You could probably well get away with doing 1 ruffle versus 2 ruffles like I did. If you decide to double the ruffles, what I would do, I use 10 inch. 10 inch cut to 8. If you decide to do double ruffles, I would do like double on one row, single on another, and then double. So I'm waiting for a few more boards to come in, and then I'm actually going to experiment with it myself and see, you know, if I'm happy with doing just a single ruffle or if I want to do alternating ones. Because I think the double, double, double all the way through, it gets extremely full, and you're going to end up using about three rolls of mesh if you do double all the way. Cutting mat. What is it? I just got that on Amazon, and I'm a cheap person, guys. So I just scrolled through the pages until I saw the cheapest one, and I said, ooh, gotcha. And I will say, you know, you get what you get when you paid for, but this thing is a good bit old, and considering how many wreaths I've made on it and the fact that I even hot glue on it, you know, I don't feel any deep etches or anything like that. I feel hot glue, but not etches. Hobby Lobby, the thing is, Amazon, you can get it cheaper than Walmart, and majority of the time you can get it cheaper than Hobby Lobby, or even using the 50% off coupon at Michael's. Because I know for a fact I did not spend more than 24 bucks for that. Absolutely, I know that for a fact. Might have even been less than 20, because that's how cheap I am. So, all right, so here's the back so far. Like I said, right here it's a little thick, a little wider. It doesn't matter. They're in there secure. When you look at the front, look at that. Okay? And by the time I put the felt on the back, like, there's absolutely no show through whatsoever. So I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and snip these off, because at this point there's enough of them where it would irritate me as I'm doing that. All right. So we're going to do one side of the ladybug, and then we'll come back and do the other side. And I alternate the amount of ruffles that I used. I need to get a new cutter. There we go. Whatever you call that thing. All right. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We're starting with that side. All right. So, when you look at this, so when you're looking at the back, right here is where I'm going to do single ruffles. And again, it's what makes sense, because these are the ones that are closest to the black ruffles. So if you notice, there's hardly any space right here. So if you're trying to do double, it's just going to get a hot mess. So my plan is I'm going to do single here, and I'm actually going to utilize those 2 holes right there for one of the doubles. Double here, and then double here. I mean single, my bad. Now when I switch over here, that's where I'm going to go ahead and do a double, double, double. And then I come back out here. I think for this one, what did I do on that one? Did I do a double as well? I might have done a double. You know what? We're going to find out because I can always tell because I play it by ear. All right, so I'm going to stick that in there. Again, the one closest to the black is going to be your single. So I've got my red, and this is a red metallic. It's a little thicker than the regular mesh. All right, and we're gonna squish that in there. Like I said, imagine trying to do a double. Wouldn't be so hot. Okay. There we go. Girl, I work fast. Girl, this is slow. If I wasn't talking, I'd have this thing done flat. I don't know. By the time I get the ribbon and the antennas, I almost said antlers, and then fluff it the way I want to fluff it, that would probably take me, I don't know, what, maybe a good 40 minutes tops. Well, if you don't count the time that I already made using, the bow only took about 3 minutes to make. That's what I love about the hand. All right. Have I done a tutorial on the carrot? I have not done one yet because, to be honest with you, I didn't know what was going to happen when I started doing it. So I wanted to try it out myself first. No, don't go to sleep, computer. But I am getting some more boards from Lori. So I am going to do the Ruffle one tutorial. And then I know Lori is going to do a tutorial herself using a different method. What size zip ties? They look huge. Yeah, you know what? They're 8-inch. Would 6-inch work better? Probably, yeah. But, again, cheap. I just go to Walmart, and they have a pack of 200 for $1.86. So, yeah, but they're 8-inch. The only thing is Walmart has been a little funky on their consistency. Like, I've gotten some really, really thick zip ties from them. But it's 200 for $1.87. So, I mean, compared to online, I can't beat it. There we go. And squeeze on in there. Pretty little ladybug. I was trying to find a little ladybug sign, like a love bug sign, to attach to my ladybug, and I went to Hobby Lobby, I went to Michael's, and I just couldn't find anything. They are 8-inch, and I'm going to post all that when I'm done with the video, and you have to click finish and all the other good junk and edit stuff. I'm going to put the supply list on there, so that way you guys will know. But again, this mesh did come from Craft Outlet. So, yeah, see, Barbara uses 8-inch too. Oh, you mean you use the 8-inch there? Okay, hold up. Hi there, little hole. That's what I'm saying. This gets tight in here, and you kind of have to look. There we go. But honestly, the inside one is the toughest one just because of the amount of mesh. You could easily tone it down. All right, hardest part is done in my opinion. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the outside, the next row here. So this one right here was single, right by the black. Now the outer part of the rainbow up here, that one I'm going to do double. So, all right, here we go, double time. 18 pounds. I thought you said single row you just put in double. No, I'm about to do double. Single right next to the black, then double. 18 pounds? What's 18 pounds? All right, so we're going to start right here. Let's get some double time. All right. Look at my Christmas mesh. I went through tons of white mesh. I hardly used any red mesh. All right. There we go. See? Now you're on the easy part. Just flip it over. You know, there may be a few frayed edges, Yeah, one of them. There we go. Got that. Next up. I feel like I'm manhandling the board. It's so light and fluffy and airy. There we go. Here we go. One more. There we go. Ah, hi, Mary. I thought I just saw Mary. She said, I love you. That's my neighbor. All right, there we go. She's making it. Oh, dude, I don't know if it's an 18-pound zip tie. All I know is it comes in a pack of 200 at Walmart. I can't purchase it online. I actually have to go into the store. And I'm known for walking in there and basically purchasing every single pack that they have. And then I come back in a couple of weeks when they have more. All right. Yeah. I'll go over it again in a second. I might even make one of those pretty little pictures and post it on there so that it's easier. Because some people are visual people and they need to like just have kind of like a back to look at it. Do I have a YouTube page? I do, but honestly, I don't really use it for much. All right, so got that done. So again, this is the black part. All right, and we did double ruffles here. Then for the first part of the rainbow that's closest to the black, those are all single red ruffles. All right, then we went to the second layer over here, the second row, and we did double. So let me take a look at this and decide. I think I'm going for double. I'm going for double again. Yep. Because I want it to be a little fuller, and it's going to give it a little bit more width as well. You could do single, but if I remember correctly, that's how I did it, just based on feeling it. And I need to go back to Home Depot and get my wire cutters. I got these from the jewelry section in Walmart, but man, let me tell you, when you're trying to cut floral stems, it tears the metal to shreds. So I'm actually going to go back to Home Depot where I got my tool one, and it worked a whole lot better. So yeah, yep, we're going to do a double. All right, and it's not that much. Here we go. Do. What is the length? 8 inches. The 18 pounds have smaller heads. Nope. These heads don't pop into the board. I've never had an issue with them falling into the board. So, I guess they're not 18 then? All right. Throw this in there. There we go. I love ruffles. And I really haven't made any Valentine's Day wreaths. Like this one is, it can be Valentine's Day, but at the same time, it can also go through spring, it can go through summer. All right, 10-inch mesh, but it's cut to 8. There we go. Oh, I can't wait for spring to actually arrive. Although I'm still banking on those snow days. Telling you, we're going to get some snow days. Telling you. Ice days, snow days. I don't care whichever one it is. Do you want to build a snowman? Yes, I do. So, all right. There we go. Yeah, I think what I may do is I'm going to take a picture of the board, and just to make it a little easier for everybody, once I take a picture of the board, I'll upload it with the labels on there so that you can see which row I used a single on, which row I used a double on, just because I know some people just need to be able to see that in front of them, and that's okay. Yeah, I always put a backing on my wreaths. I went into Hobby Lobby the other day, actually, and got all their Christmas ones that they had for, I believe they were at 80% off. My Hobby Lobby hardly had anything Christmas related left. So that was disappointing seeing what everybody else had like at their Hobby Lobby and then like what I had at my Hobby Lobby. I was like, really? That's it? That's what I use in the back. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I've pretty much I've always sprayed my wreaths. At least I've always sprayed my boards, whatever the dominant color is that I'm going to be using. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I am OCD. At least you didn't say anal. There's something weird about that word. It's like Lori's word that she posted the other day. Lori, I swear, when you posted that word moist, I just kind of had to scroll on past. There we are. I didn't have a good hand in it. All right. There we go. All righty. We've almost got one side or wing done. Pull it nice and tight. There we go. Yep. Is anybody planning? I think we saw a post on this before, but is anybody planning on doing craft shows in the spring? I think for a lot of people it just doesn't work out too well. Yeah, mine didn't either. All right. In we go. Whoop. Pop it on in. I really wanted to do a craft show for the spring, but I get tired of paying the vendor fees. Oh my goodness, there we go. Now Joann's, if you're still looking for Christmas stuff, you guys need to hit up a Joann's if you have that near you. I went into my Joann's and I about died. I so just wanted to take the entire store with me. I mean, they still had rows upon rows of ribbons, and they even had the little candle greeneries, and they still had a bunch of Christmas flowers, a bunch of cute ornaments, and they were 70% off, and then I got to use my teacher's discount, so I got an extra 20% off. So 90%, I'll take it. I seriously wanted to go back more, but the problem is when I walk into a store, my husband can see what I purchase because it goes through our bank account, the card does. But if I order online, then I can use my credit card, so he doesn't find out about it for like a month later. So, buys me some time. And by that point, it's like, he kind of forgot. Yeah. So I can't do as much damage when I go into a store, personally. So I gotta be a little careful. You booked a spring one fit. You have to let me know how it goes, Dad. I mean, I want to at least do one because I did buy that $200 tent. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I did one back in September, and I did one in October, and I basically just made up my vendor fee, and that was about it. So, on the bright side, I did get to have a drink in a cup and just kind of got to make a bunch more wreaths while I was sitting there, which was fine because I was going on a clown frenzy. Yeah, so, all right, so we are almost there. At this point, you have a choice. Some people will call it quits, as far on this side that is. But I like to go ahead and use those extra holes right there. But some people will just go ahead and say, okay, I'm done, and then just kind of fluff it out the way it is. Me personally, I like that extra row, so I'm going to do doubles on that one. So really the only one I did singles on this time is right here by the black. The other rows are all doubles. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Let's see here. And when I do it, I'm actually, yeah, we'll do it here. So I'm going to go through this one right here. If I can squeeze it in there. There we go. And that one's going to be a tight squeeze. So basically, I'm reusing that hole right here, and I'm going to put it through here. You could just go ahead and do the outside right here. I'm going to keep it right here. So, and it gets a little tight, but it straightens itself out when you're tightening it up on the very, very back. I love the ladybugs too. Our house always gets full. I'd love to say our house gets full of ladybugs, but no, our house gets full of Japanese beetles. Drives me nuts. All right, I'm going to stick that in there. I have fun with it. I've got another one I'm going to do. Lori, I know we talked about it, if you're still on here, about that one image. And then whenever that is, I can do a tutorial on that one too. That one's going to be fun. All right, so that one's tightened here, so now I'm going to go over here. You'll do inside ones. I did one at a senior, a retirement home. I didn't sell a single thing. I got a lot of good looks and things like that. I think the time of the year that it was, you know, in December, because all I really do are wreath swags and garlands. I don't think a lot of people at that time in December were in the market for that. I noticed that the vendors that had smaller items did considerably well than vendors like myself who have the larger items that always cost more. So, but I am going back because the ladies, the little old ladies, were just adorable, and they were cute, and they were nice and friendly, and I had some interesting conversations with some of the gentlemen and wartime and baseball. So just because of that, people, just because I like the people, I'm going to go back anyway in the spring. So I'll try to bring some smaller items. I just got so busy with clowns last year, I didn't have time to make anything smaller. No, this is the regular flower board. I have not used the smaller boards yet. I'm a big person, well, I'm not a big person, but I love big wreaths. So I'm personally going to stick with the larger ones. I got to use the wall here as a little bit of a push against. All right. There's one more hole. I didn't see that hole. Whoopee. All right, one more on this side. And like I said, you can knock this out pretty fast once you get the hang of it. So, I mean, I can knock most of the wreaths out in about 25, 35 minutes. This one would be a little bit more because the fact, you know, you got to take into time. I had to spray paint the little ladybug dots, you know, and then doing the bow as well. See, now you're about to see why I wanted to go all the way to the outside on this one. You could even go further if you wanted to. All right, there we go. Yay! Okay. All right. So this side is now complete. And now you can see why I wanted to take it an extra row to the outside. All right. So we've got one, and even though the black looks like it's pretty thick right now, once we get the other side filled in, that black is going to be pushed in towards the middle. So it won't be wide like it is right now. So, and then we'll just fluff it. I'll fluff it more at the very, very end. So I'm not too worried about it. You had some scary clowns. Yeah. I'm telling you, all it takes is one person, is the right person to get a hold of something and, you know, have it go viral. And that's it. And that's exactly what happened with the clown. The right person got a hold of it and it went viral. And that was that. So I have a new idea for my new clown of 2019. I'll probably get it started in February and then debut it. So I'm basically taking last year's clown to the next level. So, all right. So glad I went back and took a look. This is our single row because it's the one closest to the black. All right, so we're going to push this. We're going to squeeze that on here. All righty. There's the little hole now. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. I'm scared of clowns. You would not have liked our bedroom then, or our bathroom, or our hallway, because basically every room you looked, there was a clown, or there were like 4 to 5 clowns all waiting to go, getting ready to ship out. So, but they were popular enough to where I had to teach my husband how to make a box and how to tape it and how to cut it, so that I wouldn't have to spend so much time doing it. Yeah, I think seniors in general, even if it's an upscale, because where I went was an upscale retirement place, but I think in general you just have to watch your money. But like I said, it was fun going there. I'll go there again. Plus, they served me some great coffee, and I got cookies, y'all. I could have had, yeah, that was cool too. I mean, I was looking for a bar, but I didn't see a bar, but that's okay, you know. Lori mentioned you did one. The carrot. Yeah. Yeah, I did a carrot with a pedal method, which I don't ever plan on doing again. At least not that particular pedal method, unless I get a custom order for it, because let me tell you, the amount of time that it took to do that pedal carrot, yeah, no. I can't charge that to a customer, so. It's gone. All right. Inside row is done. All right. So, all right, come on in. Where are you? There you are. Like I said, this row right here, the one closest to the black, is the hardest one to be able to see because everything is just so tight. All right, got our single row done. Double, double, double from here on out. So, but again, it's a personal preference. You could easily do singles and see how that goes if you're not as structured. I like that word, as structured as I am. So, I don't know what she has done. Usually follow her. I missed that part of the conversation. Okay. All right. Almost. I'm going to have to cut a little bit more mesh. I wasn't quite sure. I didn't use a whole roll of mesh yet, actually. So I still have this mesh. I didn't use all of that. I probably will end up using all of it now. Let's see how much more we're going to need here. All right, we're going to need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and I already have one left over there. So, all right, let's get that. I couldn't remember, honestly, the last time how many I had done. So, yeah, sorry. 3. Okay. That gives us 4. Hopefully I can count right. 5, 6, and 7. Yeah. Yeah, I sell my, I sell the wreaths online through my Etsy shop. I do have a Facebook Marketplace, and I do use Nextdoor, and I do use garage sale groups. But I will say that majority of my business comes from Etsy and basically other places than Georgia, believe it or not. I have very few Etsy customers that are in Georgia. Most of my customers are located elsewhere and in Europe, and I even have some in Canada. So, I lost count of where I was. I wonder if anybody else was counting. But if not, that's okay. I'll just keep cutting till what I think is about the right amount. And then just go from there. I think we're at the point now we're going to need something to hold that mesh down so we can finish cutting it. All right. let's give that a shot. Let's see how that went. Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'm Speed Racer. Well, I just kind of throw the mesh to the side. It's not going anywhere except for maybe under the table. Although I did learn, don't leave the window open when you're trying to cut mesh. It's not a good idea when it rolls out the window. All right, double time. There we go. So, I also had a bird steal my mesh one time. So I have like 3 bird feeders outside my window. Make sure I did this right, yeah. And I'm getting ready to use that E6000 to glue a 4th one on my window. So I have 18. Holy cow. Barbara, you sure do pay a lot of attention on there. Okay, well that's okay. We'll cut some more. It's not a big deal. So, nothing is a big deal in life. Life is too short to make anything a big deal. Try telling some people that. So, I also wanted to show you guys, I ordered this from Amazon, and I was actually, what I'll show you towards the end. I think, who was it Michelle from Monkey's Creation that did the nautical wreath? I believe it was, with the lighthouse in the middle. So I ordered a lighthouse from Amazon, and I was actually pleasantly surprised at the quality when it arrived. So, and I'm actually making a nautical wreath myself as well. I think those are the big themes. You know, for as you hit closer towards summer, you've got the nautical theme that sells well. You've got ladybugs. You've got the bumblebees, farmhouse things. So, this is a larger board. Yes, and I thought so too. I loved her nautical wreath. Very much so. Very, very cute. So, and it's so easy to be able to keep it on there too when it's that. All right, so now we've got this one. We're going to go ahead and go here. But when you're using the Unique and the Creek boards, it is so easy to attach, whether it's a sign or whether it's a larger item like those lighthouses, because guys, they are not light. They are usually pretty heavy. So, and they stay put nicely. So, all right, there we go. I still want to saw one in half, Lori. All right, there we go. So this is my second ladybugs. I'll probably take a break from real ladybugs after that point. Yeah, that was really cute, Michelle. So I actually went back. A lot of the times when I watch lives, I have to go back and watch them on replay, because while my 7-year-old can stay relatively quiet, except for when he wants to pass gas, then he usually backs his bottom on me and passes gas. But yeah, but my 3-year-old obviously does not stay so quiet. So a lot of the stuff I get to watch is on replay. I usually save it on my Facebook page and save the post and then go back to it and watch it. So, alright. I think cows are going to be big this year too, but I guess that goes back to the farmhouse theme, doesn't it? But I think they're going to be big. So, I don't know what else would be big, but I do think cows are making a comeback. I saw this cute wreath in Wreath Creators using a cow head. And I tried everywhere to find a sign. I couldn't find the sign. I did, however, find an image on Etsy that looked exactly like the image on the sign. The only difference was the sign one seemed to have more shading to it. I'm actually going to contact the designer and see if they created one, you know, or if they're able to use their image and recreate it to add that shading to make it look like it's popping out more. Yeah, I haven't used a small board yet. I don't know when I will use a small board because, like I said, I like the big boards. Bring it on. I suppose when I have a customer who orders a smaller size or requests a smaller size is the day I will use a smaller one. So, because I like big. The bigger the better. Alright. Yes, a bumblebee would be very cute on this board. I was actually already thinking about that too. I think a lot of us actually were too. So, big themes for this year. So, almost done, almost done. About time to heat up the glue gun in a second. So, that way we can get the dots on. As a matter of fact, as soon as I finish this one, I'm going to go ahead and plug the glue gun up just so I know for a fact that it's ready. I may or may not burn myself with it. Let's see. Alright. Why are we saying chicken? Reason why you don't zip it on top instead of turning the board over. Zipping it on top, I haven't tried it that way. I suppose if somebody wants to give it a shot, they could. But when you're putting the little tie in, you're going to want it through here. It just makes it a neater look. And it's less likely to catch on things too. Alright. Now I'm going to have 2 ladybugs that I'm going to be posting. Alright. Now I'm probably going to take a break from the ladybugs to give another one a try that I've been wanting to do. I got to buy a saw tomorrow. Lori knows what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if it's going to work out or if it's going to be a bad idea. Alright. Go big or go home. That's right. That's the way it is. Alright. Let's use these little thingies right here. Alrighty. Cut time. Might need a little more. But this will give you a good idea too of how much I ended up using. So that's going to be for one hole. Let's bump that over here. There we go. Voila. And voila. And that's trash. Okay, so that gives me 2. I've got this one here, this one here. So you are going to have to, if you decide to do it this way, you are going to have to use just a few extra pieces from another roll. Are you using, oh my God, it just went over there. That went fast. Okay. Somebody asked a question about, is it a rotary cutter? Yeah, it's a rotary cutter. All right, moving right along. Here we go. Lori should create. I think that's probably on Lori's plate. Although her plate is probably overflowing at this point. There we go. You're right. What is it my neighbor says that I can't be still? Like, my body's moving 24/7 or my brain is moving 24/7. Although my brain is part of my body, right? Yeah, it is. Shh. Yes, I teach. I just can't, I can't stop my mind. Like, that's probably why I have such bad insomnia as well. All right, so we've got a couple more to go. Let's snip these off. There we go. There we go. Throw that over there. There's another one. There's another one. Voila. All right, we've got 4 more to go, and then that's it. But again, you could probably go single for more of these if you didn't want to use as much mesh. So There we go. All right. I've got another wreath I'm actually in the process of finishing. It's not unique in the creek though. It's a grapevine one. And I got really ticked off earlier today because I was hoping to list it on my Etsy store. And then I ran out of burlap ribbon. But it was a special burlap ribbon. It's not your typical burlap ribbon. So I've got to do a haul tomorrow to try to see if I can't locate that ribbon. What do you teach? I'm not that hyper. Terry, that's exactly what I was doing. That's why I told Lori that I wanted to saw her frame in half, because my plan is to do a watermelon slice. That was a big idea last year, if you remember going through the Wreath Creators group. Just people posting different ways to create the watermelon slice. You know, and oftentimes they had to cut the wire frame in half and then attach the canvas to the middle. Or my theory is, let's get a handsaw and let's hack this thing straight down the middle. So that's actually what I was planning on doing with it. Yeah. See, great minds think alike. That's what I always say. There we go. Yep. All right, almost done. Okay, I've got one over there. Dude, where'd it go? There it is. All right, one, and then two more. There we go. Throw that to the side. Normally I would usually hold this out, but because I'm only having to do a few more slices of mesh, and then that's it, I'm just kind of throwing it, doing one at a time. There we go. Okay, there we go. Woohoo! Ah, I hope some of you guys are going to end up going back and doing a ladybug wreath. I'm very curious, and hopefully you guys do. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but that one was your idea completely right there, Lori, on the using the tree form to do the watermelon slice. Yes. I'm out of tree forms right now, though. Wait a second. Ah, there it is. Okay. You could also make a Wisconsin cheese out of a tree form, I bet. I don't know how you do it the color-wise, though. That would be intriguing. Somebody should do it. I'm not going to do it, but somebody should do it and give it a shot. All right. Woohoo! All right, ladies, I promise that this really is like, when you're sitting here doing it yourself, it won't take nearly as long. I'm just kind of taking my time, relaxing, just kind of like my wine right there, which is apparently lukewarm. No, it's still cold. Wow, I've got a good bar. Okay. All right, so this is now completely done. This right here, well, not completely done, but the mesh is. All right, so here was the black part going straight down. Again, this is where the head is, okay? Here's your little booty right down here. All right, and again, I'm just going to go ahead. The one right here, the inner row, is the one that you do singles. All the other rows are what you do doubles on, okay? And then what you would want to do at this point, what I like to do first, before I put the ribbon on, I am just going to go through, and let's go down to his butt, and let's pull some of this mesh down, okay? Like anything, you're going to have to fluff the butt. That reminds me of something from the Burt show. That's okay, never mind. I'm not going there. All right, and then up here, we're going to separate the red and just kind of pull the black up a little bit. Okay. I hope my 3-year-old decides to sleep tomorrow. Man, he better sleep. I gave him some melatonin. Alright. Separate the... In some parts, you're going to find that the black wants to get into the red. So, I'm just going to kind of spread that out a little bit and push the red out. There we go. Okay. Let me put this facing me now, just so I can see it a little better. Alright, hold up, guys. There. And I'll probably fiddle around with it some more later. And then I always like to go through here, and I'll end up pulling out some of the mesh from right here as well. And then that's also when I would kind of snip any sides that need snipping. There we go. It's looking pretty full, ladies. All the work was worth it. Not done yet. All right. So, looking at it right here, like I said, fluff it out a little bit more. Right here is where I'm going to have to go in a little bit, but that's okay right now. All right, we're going to fluff it some more. All right, so, but just for the sake of time, I'll take a picture of this later and put it on you, put it on there for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at our ribbon. We're going to put our little ladybug head on. I've already semi-prepped it already. And what I did here is this is actually 2 ribbons combined into one. I haven't glued them down yet, but when I use the hand, I just kind of put both ribbons on at the same exact time. And this is a 1.5 inch, and this little guy, I don't know, what is that, 1/2 inch maybe? But what I'm gonna do is once it's on there and it's secured, I'll go through with like little dots of glue. Thank you, glue gun. Hey, what's going on with you? My computer fell asleep. Let me turn on the glue gun, guys. Ugh. I'll go in there with little dots of glue. Computer fell asleep. I can't see what you're saying. Okay. Hi, Ohio. All right. So let's go ahead. Little dots of glue. And the same thing right here. This part, I'll leave that part hanging the way it is. All right. Okay. And by the way, when you're making this particular bow, I think I used row D, and then I used the 2 fingers closest to the center peg. So if you have the hand, you know what I'm talking about. And then I did 2 wraps around the first finger on each side, and I did 4 wraps around the second finger on each side. So, all right. That way, if you're trying to recreate it and you have it, all right, so we've got our 2 pieces of wire here. Let's see here, right there. Okay. We are going to, those 2 holes right back here is what I'm going to be working with. So I'm going to stick this guy on top. This is what I love about this, Lori. Except for the fact that when I get my little fingers here, it is a little tight. Where's the hole? I can't see the hole. Everything's so black. All right, spread my mesh. There we go. All right, I'm gonna fold this end up here so that way it won't pop out on me again. All right, and let's get this side. Aha! That second one was easy. Once you're in there, it's golden. Okay, I'm gonna pull this back. All right, now we're gonna pull this. The way I do it is I just pull a little bit of the black mesh through it, right here. Kind of give it something to sit on a little bit. And then all you're going to do is pull it into position where you want him, and then tighten him up. So I think I want him about right here. There. Perfect. Okay. Right there. And then just twist. leave a little bit of extra in case I change my mind later. Like when I hang it up on the wall, wake up the next morning, and then you're like, oh no, I wish I would have changed it. And then I just fold that little piece down, which is right there. So, all right. So, let's take a look at this guy now. We're going to pull him down. And it is fluffy time. All right. So, I'm just going to take my fingers. And that's it. Go to the other side. Where'd the piece go? There's a piece that's missing. Oh, there it is. Found them. Okay. And there we go. Same thing over here. And I'm grabbing it straight at the bottom, making sure it's open. And like I said, these ones I just kind of leave hanging. Once it's up, it's not going to matter. All right, and then we're just going to kind of fluff it out. So, and then like I said, this is the part where I'll end up putting some glue on, just to make sure that the smaller ribbon stays put. All right, there we go. See how this one wants to move off that ribbon? Oh, the hot glue's ready. I smell it. Smell of burning stuff. Hopefully not my flesh. All right. Bump that one down a little more. There we go. That's what I love about ribbons and bows, though. It's like it's a personal thing, and like I don't think you can ever go wrong with how you make a bow. So that's my personal opinion on that. There we go. Bring that one down a little more though, because again, anal with that. All right, let's get a little bit of glue on here now. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the inside and put a little tiny dot. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna do that to each of them. Move it into place. Little tiny dot. I'll take away those little thingies later. All right, got that. Okay. And again, not everybody does this, but I'm just one of those people that I don't want to go up to the door on a windy day and my ribbons moved around. That would annoy me to no end. I've stopped at people's houses before when I've seen something a little off canter on their door with their wreath. Guys, I've walked up to their house and fixed it. I can't help myself. I bet you somebody's got me on the ring one time. Probably like, what is this lady doing? All right. And this ribbon right here, this red and the little red and black one actually came from Joann's. Guys, even though it's red and black, it's their Christmas ribbon. So I literally got it for pennies with it being 90% off. All right, there we go. I think I need that one. All right, I think I pretty much almost got them all. Yeah, I think so. And like I said, I'm probably going to continue fluffing this guy later, but we're golden for now. All right, let me show you where we're at right now. Oh, that's going to annoy me. Okay. Let me just push that guy in. There. Problem solved. Check that out. Yeah, buddy. You look so handsome. This is one sexy little love bug, guys. So cute. All right. All right. We're almost there. Oh, this one's a little bigger. Oh, okay, there we go. So we got his little head on now. The difference, in my opinion, between the C row bow that I made last time and the D row paid off. We need, where are my wooden things? Blasted. okay. I bet you I left them downstairs with the bottle of wine. Well, probably what I will do, since they are downstairs and I don't want to make you guys wait while I go get them, I can always just post a picture later. All right, let's go ahead and put the antennas on at least. So we've got our little antennas, all right, and they're the little fluffy Chanel ones. If you can get a hold of those, or maybe you have even leftover Halloween stuff. What kind of ribbon is the wide one? It looks thicker. Oh, really? Put Vaseline on the tip and it won't get strings. Oh, I'm going to have to try that. Obviously when it's off, though, probably. The wider one is from Craft Outlet, and yeah, it is a metallic glittery one. Like the glitter stuff will come off all over your table. Not that it's going to mess with it. Like the ribbon's still good. So that one's from Craft Outlet. The little one right here is from Joann's. Christmas one, though. But when I saw red and black, I thought Valentine's Day. So what I did right here is I just took the bottoms and I just twisted them together. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back through here and we are going to, if I can get it, what I did last time is I actually went through this white part right here. Let me see if I've got the space or if I've got to pull it forward. I went through the white part back here. I just pulled it up a little bit. Let's see if I can get a little bit of space. There we go. That should do it. Let's give it a shot. Come on. Well, let's pull the top part down. It's amazing what Vaseline can be used for. I'm just not going to even say anything else about that. All right. Put that in here. There we go. The goal is you want to pull it forward, and other people may have a different method of doing it. If you got something easier, I'd love to hear it. Until you see this little black part right here, and when you see the little black part, so basically what I did is I pulled this forward with the closed cutters here, just kind of pulled the plastic zip tie up a little bit, and then I stuck the zip ties through here. All right, and then I just folded that part up. It's not going anywhere, but if you're a little nervous like me, then you're going to put a little bit of glue on there. So, yeah, but I'm gonna put the glue at the end usually when I'm ready to like hang it up. So, all right, so now we're just gonna take this, and I'm gonna try to do this the best I can laying it down because the fact that I typically do this hanging up at this point. So I'm going to just take here, I'm going to run my fingers and just run it through until the tips curl. And you can basically do it until you're happy with the amount of curl. There we go. And even though it's moving around a little bit, it's so big. Okay, so here's what we have so far. And again, you can move these around right here. You can curl them up some more. It's hard for me to see right here since it's not hanging up, but once I do, I'll probably move these little curled tails around a little bit, but that's okay. We'll leave it the way it is. But we've got our little ladybug. We've got our little ladybug head here. Then you've got the antennas right up here. And again, these ones right here, once you put it up against the door, they're not going to go back and forth in the first place. So the only thing left to do now is to put on our little ladybug dots. So, can you still have glitter? So, I have to figure out where my wooden dots are. And I'm not going to make you guys wait while I am looking around for them. So, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go find them. And I'll just go ahead and glue them on, and then I'll post a picture afterwards. But all I basically do is I took these ones right here. I'll show you. And I've got the bag too. All right. These are the dots. These are the little wood discs that I'm talking about right here. They are by Art Minds. And I believe these I mean, obviously they came from Hobby Lobby or they came from Michael's. I don't know which one, but they're 1.5 inches, and they're all 1.5 inches, so they're not in assorted sizes. All I did was take these, I took 10 of them, 5 per wing, left side and right side, and I just spray painted them black using the Krylon one. And then I just sprayed a sealer on top of it just in case. But, you know, you can get the paint and sealer in one, paint and primer in one, and you're perfectly fine. Then all I did is basically take one, put the hot glue around it on a circle, and then just basically put them where I wanted them to be. So, and that finishes it up right there. I know for a fact they're downstairs, but like I said, it's probably going to take me like 5 minutes to figure out where. I'm not going to make you wait that long. So, but that is basically the Ladybug in a nutshell. Very, very big though. There you go. Look at that. So, and it measures about 22 by 22. Let's double check though. Here we go. All right. Yep, 22 inches, perfect. Yep. Now, if you take into consideration the antennas, then you're all the way up to 28 inches on that side. But without the antennas into consideration, it's 22 by 22. If you wanted to make it a little bigger, you can. If you use these outside ones right here that we didn't do, if you did it right here and did doubles, it would add about an extra inch to each side, or 1.5 inches to each side, and you'd get pretty much close to 24 out of that. So, but I hope this helped you guys out. If it did, definitely shoot me a like or shoot me a love, especially if you're planning on making a love bug of your own. That would be awesome. I am going to post the supply list, and I will take a picture labeling the rows, single and doubles as well. And then I'm going to post a picture, obviously, with the little wooden dots on. So, but hopefully it helped you guys out. And if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. That is the large flower board. And Lori actually had the idea, I didn't think about that you could use big, large pom-poms. So, do you just run the hanging twine under a couple of zip ties like you did with the antennas? Yes. I didn't even put the twine on there yet because, like I said, I've got to put the wood on there. But when I'm doing it right here, these holes right here, the 2 holes right here is actually where I'm going to put the twine. So, basically, I'm going to run it through here and pull it through here. So, the 2 holes. I'm not going to go through the plastic. I'm just going to go through the 2 holes to do the twine there. So, but yeah, so I think that's it in a nutshell. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope it helped you guys out. I know it was long-winded. So, but yeah, have any questions? Shoot me one. All right. I am going to go ahead and log off right now so I can finish this up because I can't go to bed until I put these wooden discs on. That's just me. Hi, Jan. Hopefully it helped you out. And by all means, and if you guys ever want me to make something else that you've thought of or that you want to see, definitely shoot me a PM and let me know. I'd be more than happy to. All right. Good night, guys. Take care. Mwah.